How do I look?
Exceptionally ordinary.
Things you didn't know about Harry Potter. Warner Brothers will release Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first film set in the Harry Potter fictional universe without the lightning bolt-scarred hero at its center. Though the film is written by series creator J.K. Rowling, and directed by veteran series helmer David Yates, it won't have the familiar pair of glasses and floppy black hair of Daniel Radcliffe. Potter fans, we feel your wizardly pain. As a healing spell, we've mixed up a potion of lesser-known trivia and obscure facts about the boy who lived that will hopefully provide comfort in these dark, troubling times. Drink up. Harry Potter is partially named after one of J.K. Rowling's old neighbors. A name like Harry Potter just seems so elemental, right? It's hard to imagine Rowling, who came up with the concept for her best-selling series while riding the train to London, just picking the name out of thin air. It turns out, like most things in the Potterverse, there's an origin story. According to a 2000 interview, the last name Potter was the surname of the family who lived near her when she was growing up. So, aspiring writers, always find out your neighbors' names. He shares a name with the main character of Troll. For most people, the horror movie Troll is only notable for inspiring the truly awful Troll 2 and the hilarious "Oh my God" scene. But, according to the director of the first Troll, John Buechler, J.K. Rowling must have been a fan because the 1986 film also had a main character that went by the name Harry Potter. There's no way Rowling could have come up with the name without seeing Troll, right? At least, that's what Buechler seems to think. After filing a suit against Rowling in 2008, the director later announced plans to make another sequel to Troll called Troll: The Rise of Harry Potter Jr. One might say that Buechler is trolling us. His books have different titles when translated into other languages. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you probably already know that the first book in the series was released as Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the UK and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in the US. But, if you take a look at this list of the Potter books in foreign languages, you see a wide range of options. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets becomes Harry Potter and the Secret Room in Japanese. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban becomes Harry Potter and the Escapee from Azkaban in Chinese. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows becomes Harry Potter and the Relics of Death in German, which sounds pretty metal. He made his creator the first literary billionaire. Before J.K. Rowling, no writer had ever become a billionaire from just putting words on a page, not even Stephen King. But she ended up dropping off the Forbes list of billionaires partially because she was too charitable. That's definitely the coolest way to drop off a list of billionaires. Many of his best spells come from Latin. Harry Potter is an English boy, he's got the trainers to prove it, but many of the spells he uses to thwart off evil come from a dead source, Latin. J.K. Rowling studied Max Fisher's favorite language when she was a student at the University of Exeter and must have been taking copious notes because spells like Crucio and fan-favorite Wingardium Leviosa have their origins in the classics. And many of the wild things that happen to him come from folklore and alchemy. In addition to peppering her prose with Latin, J.K. Rowling mastered the art of dropping bits of meticulous research into her writing. The use of folklore was particularly unnerving to Christian groups, who warned parents about the books, but Rowling herself has never claimed to be a witch. "I've never wanted to be a witch, but an alchemist. Now that's a different matter," she said in a 1998 interview. "To invent this wizard world, I've learned a ridiculous amount about alchemy. Perhaps much of it I'll never use in the books, but I have to know in detail what magic can and cannot do in order to set the parameters and establish the story's internal logic." He's related to his arch-nemesis. Voldemort didn't end up being Harry's father, That would have been a little too much of a Darth Vader-style twist, but they are related through a distant relative named Cadmus Peverell. Don't believe us? Check out the Potter family tree and say goodbye to whatever you were hoping to get accomplished for the rest of the day. He could have had his own musical written by Michael Jackson. Of the many bizarre teen products and spin-offs that author J.K. Rowling has turned down since becoming a literary phenomenon, this one is definitely the best. Michael Jackson wanted to turn the series into a musical. Seriously, what a missed opportunity. Imagine all those pesky wands replaced with glittery gloves. His eyes were a different color in the movie because Daniel Radcliffe couldn't wear contacts. In addition to his black hair, scar, and glasses, the Harry Potter in the books is said to have green eyes. That's an essential part of his Harry Potter charm. But, when making the film, actor Daniel Radcliffe had an extreme reaction to the contact lenses that would have turned his blue eyes green, so a producer called up Rowling to see if they could make the switch. The only really important thing is that his eyes look like his mother's eyes, she said. So if you're casting Lily, there needs to be a resemblance, but they don't absolutely have to be green. A French teenager got arrested on his behalf. At the peak of Pottermania, there were countless rip-offs, unauthorized sequels, and bits of fan fiction, but nothing beats this 16-year-old French boy who got arrested for translating all 700-plus pages of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows into French and then posting it on the internet. That's the type of cunning intelligence that would probably earn him a spot in Ravenclaw if he lived in Potterworld. But in the real world it could get you sent to jail. You will live a very long life. If you're worried that a fictional character will die, you can sleep a little easier. Harry Potter will live for a very long time. No, it's not because Warner Brothers wants to keep raking in more money than you could hold at Gringotts. It's because, according to an interview with Rowling, wizards have a much longer life expectancy than muggles. You will die, but Harry Potter will live forever. Okay, probably not forever, but for a while.